guys, welcome to the Homestead. Today we're going to talk about renting out your chickens. Now, I don't know if this is a true story or not. I'm going to let you guys do the homework. You can report back and let me know in the comments if this was actually real. I kind of did a little bit of searching, but I didn't really get far. So there was a video posted over on X just this week, and it got shared out by a bunch of people because I'm in the homesteading community, and it's about a couple in Pennsylvania who has decided to rent out their chickens. They had a great idea, and it made them millionaires. They made $1 million on it. And renting out chickens to city slickers. That's the idea. It's the $1 million idea. So, okay. They kind of gave the specifics, and it's this guy who's like explaining it. I'm not going to play the video here because I'll get probably dinged for a copyright infringement by YouTube. So it's over at X. It's on my account. I just posted it on my account. Find me over at X and follow me there, and then you can look at my account and you can see the video, watch the video. But apparently, here's how this works. This is a little suspect in my opinion. But again, I don't even know if this exists, but that's what the guy says. So apparently, you can be a homesteader, and what these homesteaders did, they decided they cracked the code. Apparently, that's what the guy says. And they rented out their chickens to soccer moms, and the soccer moms get these chickens, 2 chickens, for between April and October, and they pay between $500 and $700 for a package. The package includes 2 chickens, 2 chickens, a coop, the feed, and the instructions. And their benefit that they get is to get a taste of the farm life and the family closeness that these 2 chickens will bring to your family. And you get the benefit of having 14 eggs per week from 2 chickens. Now, right there, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second here. A chicken doesn't lay every day. I mean, close. If it's in its peak laying season in life, yeah, it can lay almost every day. You might get 5 to 6 eggs per week per chicken. 14 eggs in a week from 2 chickens, that's an egg a day. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We'll get back to that in a second because there's something more I want to talk about on this. I have seen some of these chicken ladies out there on YouTube, and they love their chickens. They're like pets. They wouldn't think of eating one. And they can't stand when predators tear apart their feathered friends. But these things happen. It is what it is. But they promote this and they market this as the farm life without the hard work. Without the hard work. Spare me. What they're doing is there are people who want to see these as pets. They think it'd be great for their kids. And they want to, expose their children to these things. They want to have the farm fresh eggs. But I think promoting it as 14 eggs per week from 2 chickens is a little overzealous. I don't think you're going to get that. Plus, I want to know how much money these people are making so here's the deal. You're going to get the 2 chickens. You're going to give them the feed. Is it feed from April to October? Are you going to supply the feed from April to October with the coop and the 2 chickens? And depending on the package you buy, you're going to pay between $500 and $700 for the package for that April to October time frame. I don't know. I'm going to have to run the numbers on this thing. Maybe we'll get back to you. But you can leave a comment below and let me know if you think, is this a big money-making, bonanza? Because what they're saying is they became millionaires from this, and they rent out 2,000 chickens per year. But when you take in all of the cost associated with the coop, with the feed, and the instructions, which you're going to have to get printed, and I'm assuming, unless you're printing them on a home printer, which is still expensive by itself because you have the ink and you have the paper, you're going to be buying for that. That's still a cost. You probably went out somewhere and you had someone print out these instructions so they're nicer, a nicer list of instructions. You're going to be incurring costs that way. I don't know how much money you're making. You're definitely, I don't think, becoming a millionaire. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the homestead hack you've all been waiting for, in order to get that golden egg. I don't know. But what dawned on me as I thought about this Because I've seen some of these chicken people out there and these suburban soccer moms who, want to raise backyard chickens and they're like their pets and they name them all. Obviously you have the chicken named Henrietta in the backyard, among other chicken names too, usually from that movie Chicken Run that they copied those names from. But my point is these kids have become attached to these chickens that they've adopted from April to October that they've rented out during their peak laying season. They're still not getting 7 eggs a day per chicken, but their peak laying season, they're getting 5 to 6. And the kids have become very, very attached to Henrietta. She's become part of the family now. And October rolls around and it becomes time to send them back to where they belong on the real farm where they got rented out from. And they wonder, what has become of old Henrietta? Well, that Henrietta has her peak laying season for 2 years. Okay, she gets 2 seasons of peak laying season. That's it. And then she starts to drop off. So you have to think about this. The company can't market that particular Henrietta anymore of being able to get 7 eggs, per week, which they're not going to get anyway. If they're being honest, they're not marketing it that way. Again, you're going to have to do your research and let me know if they're actually doing this or not, because that would be just lying. It'd be lying. So are they being truthful about Henrietta and her egg laying abilities, or are they renting out Henrietta for 2 seasons and then they can't rent her out anymore? Then what becomes of dear old Henrietta? She's going into the pot. She is chicken broth. That's what's going on with Henrietta. But you're not going to tell that to the chickens. Oh, can we keep in contact with Henrietta? Can we rent her out for next year? Oh, sure. We'll send out Henrietta again. Well, it's the same breed of chicken, but you got a different Henrietta this year because Henrietta had to be retired out. She's not there anymore. Henrietta has become stew. She's become canned goods up in the pantry. That's where Henrietta's at today. Because that's what you do with chickens who stop laying. If you're really a homesteader and you're serious about production, you have to rotate these chickens out, every couple years because their production goes down. And if you want to keep production up, you have to switch them out and bring in new stock. Ask me how I know. We've gotten that t-shirt. But they're not going to tell the kids that. You're going to get real attached to old Henrietta until it's time for Henrietta to go to the retirement farm. So anyway, that's the $1 million idea. From April to October, $500 to $700 per package, depending on the package you get. And they rent out approximately 2,000 chickens a year. If you're getting 2 chickens per package, that's 1,000 packages out. And you get the benefit of the farm life without the hard work. Yeah, you don't need hard work. That's for other people. You can rent out your luxuries and your farm fresh eggs. What do you think? I'm interested in your thoughts. Does this business even exist, or is this just a scam video that someone put out to get clicks? I don't know. If they say they're in Pennsylvania, so those of you out in Pennsylvania, if you're out there, research. Let me know in the comments if this couple actually exists and if they actually have a business model on this. I know they're not making $1 million on it. I don't think, at least. But again, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Okay, real quick. This is the time of year where we are harvesting all kinds of greens out there for tinctures. And the one I saw the other day, it's growing down by my driveway, actually, in abundance, is this chicory. Chicory right there. Chicory. And so I'm going to be harvesting the root of that. And what is it used for? It cleanses the glands, spleen, kidney, urinary system, liver, gallbladder. So it's basically a detox, the root for chicory, and it's good for like urinary infections. And if you've been paying attention, I've been saving some other things in my tincture library, harvesting a number of plants that are really good for urinary tract infections. So that I'll probably add that to my library. Also, this is the time of year when the mullein is coming in. In my opinion, just my opinion, I think mullein is the top tincture you should have in your tincture library. And it's coming in right now. You can harvest the flowers, you can harvest the leaves, you can harvest the roots, and tincture it all. And that will be your number one, in my opinion, tincture in your library to have. These books that I give to my patrons, I give to all my patrons for as little, joining my Patreon for as little as $1 per month. You can join at higher levels. I really appreciate that. But if you join for as little as $1 a month, I give you this book. And right now, today on Amazon, I checked, and this book was going for $549. $549. Now, I've seen it for as high as $2,000 in the past on Amazon. The reason it's so expensive is because of the valuable information contained within. They are out of copyright. They're out of print. They were written over 100 years ago by that Dr. A.B. Howard. And the book that goes along with it that you see below there, that book was going for, if I remember right, $425. $425. So they're very expensive, but again, I give both of them to my patrons who join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. I really appreciate those of you who join at higher levels, but $1 gets you in the door, and I give you those books. You can download them, get them copied, get them printed off. Don't keep them on the cloud, because when it comes down time, you're going to need to know this stuff, because most of this stuff is all growing in your backyard. You're going to want to have hard copies, okay? If the internet goes down, it'll be gone. So get them printed. I tell all my patrons, get them printed. The other thing is the Perfect Pickler. I appreciate you guys sharing the link for that website, perfectpickler.com. We are shipping kits all over the country, staying pretty busy this time of year. And they come, got all kinds of different recipes that are included on the website for free. But the recipe booklet that comes with the value package has over a dozen recipes included with it. And that's worth just the purchase alone if you already have a kit or a different brand kit. Getting the recipe book on the website, perfectpickler.com. I really appreciate you guys sharing the link for that website, because we're really trying to get ourselves up in the search engines. And we are making lots of progress. And it's because people like you are sharing our link on social media, and you're sharing our link on your own personal websites. I really appreciate all that. We're getting up there. So, but let me know about Henrietta and the Pennsylvania chicken renters. Maybe it's a good idea. We talk about certain businesses that homesteaders delve into from time to time on this channel, and this is one that caught my eye. I don't think they're making $1 million a year on it, though, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you find out. Leave it in the comments below. See you next time in the Homestead. Bye. Have you ever gone to a health food store and seen all those small bottles of probiotics in your cooler section? Man, can they be pricey. Are you really getting all you need to improve your gut health from those expensive bottles? How viable are they? Most of those products claim to give you between 8 and 15 strains of gut-healthy healing bacteria. Think of each strain of bacteria as a different factory in your gut. Each factory is responsible for breaking down that food in its own way. The more factories you have, the more the food is broken down and the easier the food is absorbed and digested by the body. A 2018 study published by the National Library of Medicine shows that one fermented head of cabbage can produce up to 114 strains of beneficial bacteria. That's a lot more food factories than you're getting from that expensive pill bottle. And that's just cabbage. Imagine the probiotics when you add garlic, onions, pepper, and more to that ferment. PerfectPickler.com and its home fermentation kits provide you with everything you need to get started making your own gut-healthy food factories from the comfort of your own kitchen. PerfectPickler.com even provides a jam-packed recipe book with many of our kits. Visit PerfectPickler.com and start fermenting your own veggies to begin your journey to better gut health. That's PerfectPickler.com. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the Homestead that we make here on the Homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.